And already it looks like there's going to be quite a major change here. aNawak is going to be playing on Mage. So they're going to be playing Mage, Druid, Warrior against RMP. Let's see what they can do.
This is what aNawak actually said to me. He said, look, Red Sea and the Nigs have been playing this lineup. They've had 11 free versus like some RMPs, and they say it's very good. But we are going to go live. This one, I mean, this is a normal setup you see the SK in the green flags that you have versus Cleave, or used to back in previous seasons. aNawak is going to be in center. You've seen these invisibles, use invisibility. There comes a sap onto Red Sea. Rogue at the moment, which is going to be Hiss around the outside, looking for a maybe opener onto a Nix, and Nix is going to pre-hot himself. There comes a poly onto aNawak. Sorry, not onto aNawak, a poly onto, we're following aNawak, poly onto Phoenix. Both pets are out now, so they are going to open up onto Hiss. I think it's quite important that maybe we actually follow Hiss and see how he actually handles the situation. aNawak is going to be polyed. That looks like it maybe was going to actually be trinketed. Red RDSA at the moment is going to be targeted. He's put into a kidney shot. He's got shield wall up. It hasn't been dismantled. There comes a spell reflect that actually just caught the pet, not the frostbolt.
Yep, Cyclone actually coming in from in mix. Onto aNawak. He's out in cost form at the moment, spamming another Cyclone. This one's going to be onto Phoenix. And look at this, getting another Cyclone off onto Phoenix, just trying to control that CC and damage. He's back into tree form, and Hiss tried to adapt and get onto him, but he's going to pay the price here. Below 3k HP, down to 2.5. Can aNawak react? No, he's sitting in sheep, and that will be the kill for SK Gaming.
Wow, and that's a lot of pressure by the Warrior onto the Rogue that could maybe be avoidable, or they just didn't want to blow up the Rogue, the Warrior, and they didn't. They couldn't. There was too many hots. He's got too much mobility. I mean, you can't remove hamstring, okay? Well, you can with certain things, trinket and other stuff. But at the same time, you know, once you got that hamstring on you, he's got abolish poison. He can still get away from you. So all their efforts onto Red Sea was very weak as far as his health went. Hiss was really actually taking more damage while being on him from like overpowers and
when he had shield up. I think it's only really worth focusing it to when they are taking significant damage. They want to reduce that damage.
I think open up if you
just force the one-handed shield. I mean, and then switch. You know, don't stay on him.
Yeah, okay, so SK get 1, aAa get nothing. Looking at the damages, you can actually see that RDSA and aNawak both did 37k. Hiss did 25, Phoenix did 18. Phoenix got the initial polys off, that was important. aNawak then most likely got the control and switched it over to aNawak. Healing done, 46k on the Priest, 100k on the Druid. Maximum hits for both these guys were 5k. Hiss only pulling out a 1.3k maximum hit. All right, they are going to probably go back in soon, so hopefully we'll get in. Can I please get in-game sounds as well in the studio, guys, just so I can hear what's going on, because it's nice to hear when people. Matt said that we had for one game, we had studio sounds. Thank you, everything we want. Can we get ice cream?
Yes, of course you can.
Ah, ice cream.
No, you don't get ice cream.
I don't want ice cream.
No, yeah, not after the last time, Matthew. You just went silly. But I think if aAa, okay, listen to this. aAa, if they're going to open up on the Warrior, if it's unsuccessful, poly him off.
Poly him off.
Change your tactic.
I mean, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, but what's it? Okay, you've got 3 polys, potentially 4 if you want to use it. You've also got a Frost Nova. Okay, you can control the Warrior for long enough to allow abilities to be up, then your Rogue can then use, and your Rogue can kite off that Mage. He can kite off. Druid's not going to chase him. I mean, you know, he's not Azox. He's not going to go chasing the Rogue around the arena. You know, and basically then. He can re-stealth, and then you can open up on the Warrior. If it's unsuccessful, change your tactic, change your plan. You know, where was it? I didn't see it.
I think they were just taken by surprise, you know, by SK. I think they'll have a much more solid game plan going into the next one if SK choose to stick with that setup again.
Well, that's the thing. They haven't yet queued back up, so whether or not they've changed is yet to be seen. But yeah, I think maybe there was a little bit of a surprise of what they need to do, and sometimes, you know, part of being good at WoW is being able to know what to do versus other comps. Now, when you go live, sometimes you do lose to those joke comps that are just, there for a, a single fight. You lose, and then you come back in and you win like 5 in a row because they're playing something retarded. At the same time, they know what they're playing now, so it's not a bad setup. But I honestly believe that aAa should be able to punish the fact that there is no dispels.
Yep.
The other thing you got to look at, while locking RDSA down, aNalit needs to get some pressure on the back. Once RDSA is down, aNalit's, his game is there available for him. He can dispel the Druid down, if he wants to try and get through that Innovate Bark Skin later, dispel the Mage down if they want to switch to him. He's got a lot of options that he can do, and also, and they can't dispel his shields, so aNalit should have a really nice playable game here. The only thing he's really got to watch out for is RDSA is obviously going to try and slow him if he's getting too close to the Druid. But if he's locked down, it's not a problem. But also another is going to go for those polys and counter spells and also deep freezes. So we are going to go into round 2. Gates are going to open on Ruins of Lordaeron. And we're going to follow another off the bat. He is going to once again go invisible. He's popped ice. Looks like he popped Icy Veins, but he hasn't, because he hasn't got the buff at the bottom. And he's not going to be invisible. He's going to be Arcane Explosion. Red Seat is going to have Phoenix targeted, going to open up. This is going to looking, didn't actually get a land a hamstring. I'm not sure if he's just going to be saving Rage. In comes a Poly. Poly got cancelled as a spell reflect on Icelands, and now he's put into a Poly. So here comes an opener. It is going to be onto a Nyx, and Nyx is going to be opened up onto. There comes a Fear. That's going to catch RDSA. He's going to Zerka Rage out of it. Once again, Nyx is being controlled. There was a deep freeze on top of him, and he's going to have to sit into it. He's got 1 hot up at the moment, and that's surely not going to be enough. In comes an improved counterspell, and Nyx going to run for his life. And he is going to get away. Hiss, currently closest target to him. Arcane missiles coming in. Good choice. At the back, we look at RDSA. He actually slowed. You can see Phoenix there. Hiss. He went on to Phoenix, slowed into for a moment. He is going to be on Hiss. There comes an improved hamstring onto Hiss. That's going to keep him in position. So Nyx is going to survive the initial burst. Now, once again, RDSA is going to be polyed off. Switching over to Hiss. Actually, let's switch over to another. Probably important what his decisions are. He's got pet up, so he's looking for a nuke. There is a stun onto Hiss. Let's just check over where aNalit is. aNalit is actually caught into a Cyclone. More damage coming out onto Hiss. There comes a Nova. Ice Lances will take him down surely, and they do. And the penance that Hiss put out went on himself. And my tournament UI blatantly isn't the newest one, and I'm sure the newest one is available, by the way. I had Matt give me his tournament UI, which he probably dug out of his email, I guess.
Say it again.
You were reading comments, weren't you, Matthew?
Yeah, I was. I don't normally listen to what you say anyway. I'm so used to your voice, it's just like background noise for me now, like ambient sound.
You lucky thing. I have to record myself on tape to listen to myself, which obviously I do.
Do you do that just before you're going to sleep? Just,
no, because it's too arousing.
Too arousing.
Yeah. No way. All right, so looking at the
do we have to always look at the damages? Come on, it doesn't. I don't think it really means.
Tell her that edition 3 of my voice has been sent out to your sister. She's been asking about that one. All right, so
can we just not always look at the damages like every game? Because I don't think it reveals that much, particularly on this setup. Mage, Warrior, Druid against RMP. I don't think.
Yeah, but some people are into statistics.
It's not really a big deal. Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm into statistics. I'm like, I 80% win ratio. You're 0% win ratio. Good
that's
statistics.
rubbish.
Let's
go one-on-one live on ESL TV. I'll take you down.
You do self-damage.
You'll be in tears. One-on-one, come on, next week's show.
Yeah, but you're one of those rogues in a duel, right?
Yeah.
When I bubble, if I have to, which I probably don't, you're going to
go out of combat.
Yeah, and then you'll go eat behind
well,
like a pillar.
That's the obvious thing to do. No, I won't eat at all. I mean, yeah, I can take you down with relative ease. I don't need to eat.
Matt, I've taken most of your family down with relative ease.
Really?
And if you follow in line as well, you would enjoy getting down.
If I follow what?
In line. In
line? What's in line?
As the rest of the family did.
Oh, right. I don't really get you. I'm a little bit confused. Anyway, yeah. Next week's show, one-on-one. One-on-one.
Well, next week's show, actually, we should have a interview with Inflame, because we didn't get one this week. We are going to try and get some 1v1s going here. At the same time, yeah, maybe.
We've got loads of cool stuff in the pipeline as well.
Why don't we one-on-one with our live characters? The characters we got on live.
Yeah, we could do. Yeah.
And we'd check account names versus the character you're
by
using.
the way, Warcraft movies. We've got a new show all about Warcraft movies coming up. That's in the pipeline. I've been working on it for quite some time. And yeah, you guys should look forward to that. And we also do have the normal WoW Wednesdays format coming back to your screen. So the gates are open, action's kicking off. Take it away, James Harding.
Thank you very much, Matthew. So Red Sea then, already out into the center. Going to check over with Hiss to see where he is. He's actually gone out behind Enigs. So there's a potential opener here. But, you know, if he does, Red Sea's already got involved. So now Hiss knows that he needs to get involved. And he's going to have to chase the Druid up. Druid has hotted himself a couple times there. That's going to be life blooms on him. And there comes the opener. There comes the cheap shot. And actually, I do believe that is Pet. There is going to be a poly. That poly is onto RDSA and also the opposing mage.
Yep, it looks like they're going to go for a nuke onto Enigs at this moment. Yep, they are. He's sitting in...
Barkskin was up. I think Barkskin went down. And Enigs is potentially here for to be killed. And he is going to get away for the moment. That travel form will get him away. He's going to hot himself up. They're going to break that Frost Nova. And Hiss is going to be taking a lot of damage. A 4.7k crit coming in onto Hiss, a 3.2, 1k, and also Analit is caught into a sheep. He stood on top of Analit. He's like, please save me, and it doesn't matter what he does, even if that was a gouge. I do believe it was RDSA. No, maybe it was a gouge onto RDSA, but wasn't able to kind of stop the pain train.